Well, we know they're going to be one of the best offensive teams because they have the firepower, right? You have three guys that not only can create for others, create for themselves, but get others around them better.
Luka Dončić is averaging a wild 34.6 points per game for the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's pure madness. He's breaking scoring records left and right.
Looking. Castle right with him. Doncic a three. Puts it in! Luka Dončić from downtown!
Leading the entire league while running an offense that looks flat out unstoppable. But here's the thing, the numbers don't even begin to capture what's really happening because what Luka's doing in LA right now, it's personal. This is redemption in motion. We're talking about a guy who got traded, humiliated, and publicly doubted, only to come back with the kind of fury that the NBA simply wasn't ready for. The story starts in February 2025, when the Lakers pulled off one of the wildest trades in NBA history, shipping out Anthony Davis to the Mavericks in exchange for Luka Dončić. The move shocked the entire basketball world, and Dallas didn't exactly show him love on the way out either. The Mavericks front office straight up questioned his work ethic, his commitment, even his lifestyle. They basically told the world he wasn't worth building around anymore, and that was their biggest mistake. Because if there's one thing people should know by now, it's this. Luka Dončić is one of the most competitive, cold-blooded hoopers alive. Even Miami Heat coach Erik Spoelstra remembers seeing it before the world did. He saw Luka back when he was just 18 at Eurobasket camp and couldn't believe what he was watching. Spoelstra said, "I went there to watch Goran Dragic, but everyone in the gym was staring at Luka, his IQ, his feel for the game. Unreal! The kid was dissecting pros like it was chess." That's the kind of talent you don't question. And Dallas did exactly that. They didn't just trade him, they challenged him. They made it public, made it personal, and in doing so, they created an absolute monster. When Luka showed up to Lakers training camp, people said he looked different, sharper, leaner, locked in. The Guardian even called it his Terminator moment, and that's exactly what it was. He came to LA with one mission, prove everyone wrong. Then came opening night against the Golden State Warriors. Prime time, all eyes watching, LeBron James sitting out with sciatica. The Lakers handed Luka the keys to the franchise under the brightest lights possible. The pressure was insane, but Luka didn't blink once. He went off for 43 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists against Steph Curry and company. Even though the Lakers lost 119-109, nobody cared about the final score because what Luka did that night was a statement. He shot 17 for 27 from the field, played 41 minutes, and nearly posted a triple-double. That performance ranked as the third highest scoring season opener in Lakers history, only behind legends Elgin Baylor and Kobe Bryant. And if that wasn't enough, he doubled down just days later. Against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Luka exploded for 49 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists, hitting 5 threes and scoring 23 points in the first quarter alone. The man was on fire. The league wasn't just witnessing greatness, it was watching revenge in real time. Luka Dončić came out blazing, matching Kobe Bryant and Kyle Kuzma for the most explosive Lakers opening quarter in 3 decades. The crowd went insane as he piled up 32 points by halftime, turning the arena into a madhouse of cheers and disbelief. Lakers fans hadn't felt that kind of electric scoring rush since prime Kobe Bryant, and the wildest part, Luka did it all with a hurt hand. He got banged up in the opening minutes, shrugged it off, and kept torching defenders like nothing happened. He came this close to dropping his 8th career 50-point game, but missed 2 late field goals and a final free throw. Still, that night cemented history. Luka became just the 4th player ever to open a season with back-to-back 40-point games. The only other names on that list, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, and Anthony Davis, absolute legends. And he wasn't doing it alone either. Austin Reeves put up 25 points and 11 assists, while Rui Hachimura added 23 points, helping the Lakers cruise to a 128-100 win. Suddenly, everyone started whispering the same thing. This Lakers offense might be unstoppable. So what exactly makes Luka such a nightmare matchup? Let's break it down. First off, his size and skill combo is ridiculous. He's 6 feet 8 inches, 230 pounds.
Fort Reeves, dunk it in. Doncic, 47.
That's forward size with guard-level control. You can't stick a point guard on him, he'll just bully them on the block. But if you throw a forward his way, he'll dance around them with that slick handle and crisp footwork. It's a no-win situation every time. Then comes the step-back three, his signature dagger. That move is borderline unguardable. Luka creates so much space that even when defenders know it's coming, they can't stop it. He's hitting 31.7% from deep, not crazy high, but the timing of his shots, always clutch. He hits the big ones when they matter most. Now here's where defenders really start to panic. The foul drawing. Luka's averaging 12.5 free throw attempts per game, which is wild. He's mastered how to create contact, get defenders reaching, and force refs to blow the whistle. He's knocking down 79% from the line, so those freebies pile up fast. But the real killer, his playmaking. When teams send help or try to trap him, Luka flips the switch and becomes a surgeon with the ball. You'll see 3 defenders crash on him, and somehow he'll thread a pass to Jackson Hayes for an easy alley-oop. He's averaging 9 assists per game, running a Lakers offense that's jumped from 0.92 to 1.18 points per possession on pick and roll since he arrived. That's elite territory. Even the Oklahoma City Thunder tried something desperate on November 13th. They threw out what they called a 5-man defense. Non-stop double teams, collapsing traps, everyone rotating perfectly without fouling. It actually worked. For one game, they held Luka to just 19 points, his lowest of the season. But that strategy requires flawless execution and elite defensive chemistry. Most teams just can't pull that off. And when they try, it backfires. Because while they're busy chasing Luka around, guys like Reeves, Rui, and DeAndre Ayton are getting wide open looks all night. So really, teams are left with 2 terrible choices. Let Luka cook for 40 or let everyone else feast on open layups and threes. Now let's look at the numbers he's putting up every single night. 34.6 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 9 assists per game. He's leading the NBA in scoring and sitting 4th in assists. His true shooting percentage, a blazing 61.7%, elite efficiency for someone with a usage rate of 37.8%, meaning over a third of Lakers' possessions end with Luka shooting, getting fouled, or turning it over. And despite carrying that monster load, his turnover rate is the best of his entire career, just 9.1%. That's how sharp and focused he's playing right now. Luka isn't just dominating, he's redefining what offensive control looks like in the NBA. Just think about that for a second. Luka Dončić has the ball in his hands more than ever, calling the shots, running nonstop pick and rolls, and somehow he's taking better care of the ball than at any point in his career. That's not luck, that's growth, that's evolution. You're watching a player master the art of doing more while wasting less. His assist percentage is sitting at 21.9%, straight up elite playmaker territory. Luka's creating open looks for teammates at a rate only a handful of guys in the entire league can match. And he's doing it while leading the NBA in scoring. Watch him from the top of the key. Total command. One perfect pass and Christy Lavia slips free for an easy layup. That's not just a dime, that's orchestration. And the history books? Luka's already rewriting them. He's broken multiple Lakers franchise records in just a few months. He passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points in a player's first 30 games as a Laker and became the fastest Laker ever to notch 5 games with 35 points and 5 assists. That's wild. Then came his November heater. Against Miami on November 2nd, Luka dropped 29 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, and 3 steals, his 83rd career triple-double. Just a couple of nights later versus San Antonio, he lit it up again. 35 points, 9 rebounds, 13 assists, plus 5 steals and 2 blocks. Nearly a triple-double with elite defensive stats. Who does that? But the real statement came on November 15th against Milwaukee, a full-on takeover. Luka went off for 41 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 blocks. He shot 9 for 19, drilled 5 threes, and hit 18 of 20 free throws. That's 90% from the stripe on 20 attempts. The Lakers didn't just win, they annihilated Milwaukee by 24 points. And Luka controlled every second of that second half. It was dominance in its purest form, his 4th 40-point game in just 10 outings. When Luka scores 30 or more, his teams have a career record of 134 wins and 79 losses. That says it all. When he goes off, teams simply don't beat him. But here's the real transformation. It's not just in the box score, it's in who he's become. In Dallas, Luka was the quiet superstar. He led by example, didn't talk much, just let his game do the talking. That worked when he was the unquestioned franchise face. But Los Angeles, totally different world. This was LeBron's house, LeBron's teammates, LeBron's culture. Luka had to earn his place, and he did it by stepping up in ways people didn't expect. He's become more vocal, more animated, and more of a true leader. Austin Reeves admitted the trade really shook him. He said, "It was tough for Luka, having to move, deal with all that criticism from Dallas. You could tell he was in shock for a while. But now," Reeves says, "Luka's found his rhythm. He's having fun again, connecting with everyone, enjoying it." Head coach J.J. Redick summed it up perfectly. He's letting his teammates in, and that's huge. That right there is growth. Luka's always had the skill, the vision, the talent, but now he's building real chemistry, real trust with his guys. That's the line between being great and being franchise-changing. Even Luka himself admitted it when asked if he's been more vocal this season. "Definitely," he said, "just trying to help the guys. I think leadership shouldn't be just one player. It should be more players, and I think we have that. Everyone talks, everyone's on the same page. That's maturity right there. That's a superstar who's realizing that leadership isn't about control, it's about connection. He's making sure every Laker feels ownership in their success. And honestly, the craziest part, LeBron James missing the first month with that sciatica issue might have been the best thing that could have happened for Luka's development in purple and gold. It forced him to take command, and once he did, there was no turning back. From the very first game, Luka Dončić was the guy. No debates, no drama, no questions about whose team it was, no sharing responsibilities, no wondering who takes the last shot, no media circus stirring up comparisons or storylines. For those first 15 games, it was Luka's show, and he ran it like a seasoned vet who'd been built for the moment. Then came November 19th against Utah, when LeBron James finally made his season debut. Instantly, the noise began. Can they share the ball? Will the offense still flow? Can two ball-dominant superstars really coexist? Luka didn't just answer those questions, he shut them down in one night. He dropped 37 points, 10 assists, and 4 steals on 11 for 22 shooting, leading an explosive third-quarter run with LeBron on the floor. The chemistry was undeniable. LeBron looked energized and sharp, and the two of them were slicing up Utah's defense like it was a practice drill. They ran pick and rolls so smooth that defenders didn't know who to guard first. The Lakers scored 140 points, won by 14, and suddenly everyone was talking. This duo might actually be terrifying together, because here's what makes it really scary for the rest of the league. Luka and LeBron are both elite playmakers. Both can run the offense, both can create for others, both can bend defenses however they want. That means neither one needs to dominate the ball to dominate the game. LeBron can slide off ball, cut to the rim, or knock down spot-up threes like he's back in Miami. Luka, meanwhile, can post up, run the pick and roll, collapse entire defenses, and dish it out to shooters with laser precision. And when you've got DeAndre Ayton locking down the paint, Austin Reeves putting up secondary scoring, and Jake LaRavia and Rui Hachimura stretching the floor, this Lakers squad suddenly looks dangerous. Against New Orleans on November 25th, Luka had one of his tougher shooting nights, just 24 points on 6 for 16 from the field. But instead of forcing bad shots, he flipped the switch, dropping 12 assists and orchestrating the whole game. He recognized the rhythm, adjusted on the fly, and let others shine. Austin Reeves exploded for 31 points, and the Lakers rolled 118 to 104. That's what greatness looks like, knowing when to lead, when to facilitate, and when to trust your teammates, because that's what separates stars from superstars. Adaptability. When Luka's shot isn't falling, he turns into a floor general. When defenses load up to stop his passing lanes, he attacks the rim and scores 40 in their faces. There's literally no safe way to guard him. So where does all this leave the NBA heading into December? You've got Luka Dončić averaging 34 points per game, running a Lakers offense that's top 5 in efficiency, and doing it all next to LeBron James on a team sitting 4th in the Western Conference. And what's driving all this? Pure motivation. Luka's been fueled by every criticism he's ever heard. People question his conditioning, his commitment, his work ethic. And instead of clapping back online, he transformed everything. His body, his leadership, and his entire game. He turned the noise into drive, the doubt into dominance. Now you've got a 26-year-old superstar entering his prime years on a title-contending Lakers team, playing with a chip on his shoulder the size of Texas. The same player Dallas decided wasn't worth building around has turned into the one guy every team in the West is terrified of. And make no mistake, the Mavericks are watching all of this unfold, realizing exactly what they gave up. They didn't just trade away a franchise player, they motivated a monster. Nico Harrison is out in Dallas, and now the Mavericks are sitting back watching the same player they gave up on absolutely dominate the Western Conference. Meanwhile, over in Los Angeles, the Lakers are cooking up something special. And at the center of it all is Luka Dončić, the new face of the franchise. This is a generational talent who's evolved right in front of our eyes. Sharper, stronger, and more efficient than ever. His step-back three, straight up unguardable. His playmaking, pure genius. His size and strength creates matchup problems every single night. And don't forget that relentless edge. His competitiveness turns every slight, every doubt, every headline into motivation to tear teams apart. That's what makes Luka so terrifying for the rest of the NBA, because there's no game plan that fully stops him. You can't design a defensive scheme that neutralizes all of it. You can slow down one part of his game, but he'll just burn you with another. Over 48 minutes, your only hope is to pray he has an off night and that your squad can somehow survive the storm. Luka came to Los Angeles with the world watching and everything to prove. The trade, the criticism, the public doubt about whether he could ever lead a championship team, it all became fuel. He turned that noise into fire, and that fire has powered one of the most dominant starts we've seen in years. Right now, we're witnessing a player at the peak of his powers, blending size, skill, basketball IQ, and pure willpower into something that feels unstoppable. The Lakers are sitting at 11-4, fourth in the Western Conference, with LeBron James back healthy and Luka playing like a man on a mission, an MVP-level mission. Sure, they might still be one piece away from true title contention, but make no mistake, the foundation is solid. The chemistry, the energy, the leadership, it's all clicking. The Luka era in Los Angeles has officially begun, and if these first 15 games are any preview of what's coming, the rest of the league better start figuring something out fast. So tell me, do you think Luka's on track for MVP this season with the Lakers? Hit that like button, drop a comment below, and let me know what's more impressive, his scoring dominance or his playmaking brilliance. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and turn on notifications, because the next chapter of this story is going to be crazy. See you on the next one.